Hey guys, so we had a couple of feet of snow here on Long Island a couple of weeks ago. I was messing around in my 2012 Dodge Ram 1500. I don't get to use four-wheel drive often, so I was beating on it in four-wheel drive, messing around in the snow, and I heard a big bang, and something broke, and four-wheel drive no longer worked. So I got under it, I checked it out, and I found the problem. Let me bring it under the truck and take a look. So that drive shaft right there goes to the front differential. It goes back into the transfer case, but at first it goes through that knuckle right there. That knuckle is the weak spot. I guess it's made to fail before the transfer case fails or the diff fails. So anyway, it has a rubber boot on it, and inside is like a some kind of knuckle. I wasn't sure what was inside, but that's where the problem was. That little yoke coming out of the transfer case was spinning, and this metal housing was spinning, but that shaft was not spinning. So I knew the problem was right there. So I took it apart, I took it out, I replaced it. I got one from a junkyard, 75 bucks, and I replaced it. I replaced it with a used one. My mechanic wanted 800 bucks to go OEM. He wanted 800 bucks to go brand new OEM, and that was like 450 for the part, and then another like 350 to do the work. Basically, it's 4 bolts that where it bolts up to the front diff. There's a flange with 4 bolts. Once you take those bolts off, you lift it or lower it, slide it forward. That shaft, by the way, is under the front driver's seat. So you slide it forward, and it slides off that shaft that comes out of the transfer case. So it's a small drive shaft. I think it's 34 inches overall length, and that was the problem, that yoke. So I cut it open after I replaced. I swapped it out. I didn't want to bother showing you the swap out because it's super simple. There's really nothing to it. You take the 4 bolts out, drop it, slide it forward, comes out, slide the new one on, lift it, put it in place, put the bolts back in, and you're done. It's literally a 10-15 minute job. I used a 1/2-inch impact gun with a 15 millimeter socket, and it took a little to get because the bolts all have blue Loctite on them from the factory. No nut on the backside. The receiving part is threaded, so the bolts just zip right in. Anyhow, so that's the deal. I have the part that I took out. I cut that metal housing where the knuckle is. I cut it open to see what was inside, and I'm going to show you what's inside there and show you what actually broke. And if you guys have any questions about what I did, tools or whatnot, be sure to comment, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so here we are. This is what was in my truck. This is the broken one. Okay, this flange bolts up to the front diff. It's just basically a flange with 4 bolts. Nothing to it. Shaft. This is the part that exploded on me. So I cut this open. So this is attached to the shaft. There's a piece of rubber here that was connected to this piece inside, sealing this piece inside. Here, in here, you can see there's little channels for the bearings, and this is what was inside there, this cage and these bearings. So this is what I found, like that. It was in pieces. This piece snapped, broke here, and then either that broke first, I don't know how it happened, but anyway, this cage fell apart. Inside, these balls were free to roam around, and it was clunking and banging, and eventually it exploded and fell apart. So that's what's inside this joint. This yoke slides onto the transfer case. It's splined, it's hollow. That slides onto the transfer case. This is not serviceable at all. There's no way to open it. This is pressed on. You can actually see it's two different pieces. This is like a cast piece, and this is like a thinner tin piece that's pressed on. So there's no way to open it. There's no way to service it. If your thing takes a crap, if this takes a crap on you, you replace the assembly. It's not bad. It's like I said, I got it from a junkyard. It was 75 bucks used, and the new one works fine. So I did it. Literally the labor to actually do it, once I was under there with the creeper, took me about 15 minutes. And I just took the old one off, slid the new one on, tried it, worked fine. So if you were ever wondering what was inside, it's some kind of a bearing, big wheel bearing, like a wheel bearing. And the race just broke apart, and there are the bearings. Anyway, any questions, comments? I'm not a professional here, so if you hate my video, that's fine too, but I was curious what was inside this thing, so I figured I'd post this. All right, boys, good luck. Happy wrenching.